season.
The final 2 weeks of the regular season are upon us, and off we go on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, we're going to have a...
Oh, what an inauspicious... It's intercepted. Picked off by... Mitchell. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
An opening play call like that, Mike, has exactly one goal. Let's connect on something early and quiet this home crowd. But all they did was energize him. I mean, listen to this place after that interception. They're feeding into it. They're giving this offense extra momentum as they now take the field.
So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback, it's Jalen Hurts.
One thing that was pretty evident when we had a chance to talk to him, Mike, is this guy, he just wasn't satisfied with his individual performance. They came away with the win, and that was great. But one area that seems to continue to hold him back is that he's predetermining where he goes with the ball. Not only did it lead to the 2 interceptions, but it leads to some missed opportunities as the play unfolds. He could have had more touchdown output if he would have just gotten off that first read and found the open man. He got away with it last week, but he doesn't want to make a habit of trying to get away with it every week. He needs to clean that up, especially if he wants to come away with a win here today.
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll be second down. Operating from the gun, here's nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Quarterback's having a hard time establishing any sort of rhythm here early against this defense. He fails to connect on the first down pass. They give him another opportunity through the air on second, and it gets even worse. They can't protect the quarterback, and they can't get him some easy completions. It just makes everything for this play caller that much more difficult.
That's the first grab of the game for the man leading the entire league in receptions coming into the weekend. He gets his team a first down.
Great, set. Delta.
Here's Barkley to the 5-yard line. Here now, second down and goal.
Great, set.
One more time, they try Barkley. Hard running, close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal. They'll run with Barkley. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That touchdown gives him 18 on the season. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. The numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here, right up there among the NFL leaders in touchdown passes. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll put Addison in motion. On the carry, this is Tyler Algier. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Second down and 8. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make play.
He gets free. And he will score. Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Minnesota. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Now, the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Vikings will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This fielded at about the 9. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36.
No touch that. No touch.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
To throw on second down is Hurts. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Second down and 3.
Great, set. No touch.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. A pass complete there to Smith. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And those numbers tell a lot of the story of this first half, don't they, Mike? I mean, it's easy to see why he was a central piece in this game plan, and he makes another grab there to add to this growing stat line.
Great, set. Crowd love Yeti. Crowd love Yeti. No touch.
On the ground, this is Barkley. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And that one is incomplete and brings us to the end of the first quarter of play. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter. We'll try again. It's second and 10.
No touch that. No touch.
Now Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose. and forcing third down.
Great, set. Delta.
To throw is Hurts. Open man is Smith. He's got him.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Great, set. Delta.
They'll run the sneak. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
Pretty simple here, Mike. Every team, they have this sheet up in the box. It's their own analytics telling them when to go for it, when not to go for it. And in this spot, their metrics say go for it, sneaks the call, first down.
Great, set. Delta.
Here's a run. He slams it in there, and he is in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. 2 more touchdowns for him here. Now 19 for the year. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Elliott on now for the PAT. And he misses the extra point. It's no good. That is his 2nd miss of the year. And the score stays right where it is. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Play action now. It's McCarthy. Open man downfield. It's Addison. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. And what does that do? Gets you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. On play action, here's McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. That is incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, The defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Vikings will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And with just 2 weeks left in the regular season, you can see he leads the league in rushing touchdowns. So they come to the line for first down and 10. To throw is Hurts. That's complete to Smith. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10.
Go Silver, ready?
Hurts. Open man downfield is Smith. And he'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Now Hurts. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there. And that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. They'll try again here. Second and 10. Hurts will try it again. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And it's going to bring up a third down. To the air again. Hurts. Open man. Devontae Smith. Well, they have not been shy about looking his way in the first half. Already 7 catches, and we've yet to hit halftime. Again, Hurts. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. The production has been sensational early on. The last catch putting him over 100 receiving yards, and we still have another half to play. There's that man again, another catch. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Now a signal, timeout called, 9 seconds left to play in this first half. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Hurts again. It is brought in the end zone. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Eagles add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. First and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So, we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Isaiah Rodgers now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Devontae Smith and the rest of the Philly offense heading back onto the field. As we head into this final stretch of games, take note, he comes into this one leading the NFL in receiving yards. On first and 10, it's Hurts. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's second and 2. Throwing is Hurts. Catch made there, that's Smith. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
On first down, it's Hurts. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Now Barkley. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Once again, it's Barkley. They tried the same thing and a similar result. Back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. Here comes 4th down.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
He has been busy. 15 catches in this game. Wow. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Hey, easy, 63, bang.
Here's Barkley. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal now. Tackle made at the 9.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
A run on 1st and goal. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant. And once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. To the goal line and in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Algier. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and but most of the time is a very pass-happy situation, makes them very one-dimensional.
So we are through 3. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passes. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Great, set.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Set.
A run with Barkley. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
They'll run it here with Saquon. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They'll go with him again. And he's into the end zone yet again. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Touchdown number 3 for him in the game. He's up to 20 on the season. The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. And things are getting a little tight with 2 weeks left in the regular season. Already, we can look ahead in both conferences to some critical divisional matchups ahead in Week 18. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Brown. And the Eagles will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season.
Great, set. No touch.
On second down, Barkley. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
They'll run the toss to Barkley. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards.
Great, set. No touch.
They'll run. It's Barkley. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
No touch that. No touch.
They'll run the draw with Barkley.
Saquon Barkley on the carry. The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And he's going to have the first down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
A first down throw for Hurts. Open man is Smith. He's got him. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. He has been a thorn in the side of the defense all game. That last catch puts him over 200 receiving yards in this one. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He's got his tight end, Goddard, working the middle of the field. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Great, set. No touch.
A second down throw for Hurts. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
No touch.
Hurts now on 3rd and 2. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third.
Oh, he's got this one complete to Goddard. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win here for the Eagles. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruise to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners, as we say so long from South Philly.